Mother, no, it is not personal. I did not miss you on purpose. In fact, I'm very sure that I did your reading way before I did Jesus and Mex and anyone else. So I don't know where it is. I went back on my videos and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't stamped. That's what it was. Markers wasn't there and it wasn't stamped. I think it was late at night. So I'm sorry that I didn't go back and stamp it for you. I'm so sorry. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do another one for you. This one's going to be even better because it's just for you. So I will do a bonus video for everyone else watching. But Erin, this will be yours. I'll give you a second to come in. I don't know where you are, but we were chatting over there on Cash App, so I think you're around. I think you're up. So I'm going to just start with the bonus collective, and then I'll get to your reading, Erin. So what is going to be in this bonus collective? Hi, guys. Let's see what your person is thinking right now. What's on their mind? So what's on your person's mind? Thank you, Leo Queen. Okay. Right now, I mean, it's late in America. I don't know where you guys are all at, but quietly and secretly, your person feels a little bit defeated and a little bit embarrassed. I think your person realizes a lot of what they did was in vain, and they're not happy with the results. It really all didn't work out the way they wanted it to. And there's a level of embarrassment and humiliation for them. And they are humiliated in some way. Your person is also thinking they're really not happy. Life's not great. They're not happy. They're not a happy person. They're not a happy individual. They really are thinking about, I want to create something new with my person. What can I create? What do I want to do that's different, that's new? I want to do something different. Yes, and they're excited, and they want to make a different choice, and they want to go down a different path with you. So their heart is in the right place. They're actually thinking of some big, grand romantic gesture. What can they do romantically that's just going to sweep you off your feet? And that leaves us with the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this passionate, exciting, swift, brand new beginning. That's what your person is thinking, okay? It's like, what can I do to be romantic? What can I do to win her over? Or him, what can I do that would soften the situation between us? What can I do? I need you, honey. I'm feeling inadequate and I'm ashamed. I'm upset with my own self, and I've been codependent. I don't want to do that. I've been codependent on you for healing, for love. I want to be more of a independent kind of person. We have an air energy. I want to communicate with you. I want to talk to you. I really want to tell you my ideas, my thoughts, my plans. Honey, I want to give my all to you. Okay, so this is a very big romantic gesture. I would say this person looks like a Gemini with Leo in their chart. This person is stubborn and flat out wrong. They know it. They're like, you're right, honey. You were right. You've always been right. I'm stubborn. I'm wrong. I get it. I know where I was wrong. Okay. Let's see. What kind of actions are they going to be taking towards you? Gemini here with one asteroid in Leo. Oh, that's cool. Cole, That is awesome. So Mr. Fix-It. Okay, Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. I want to fix it. I want to fix it with you. That's what's on their mind tonight. We also have, ooh, the mice. This is actions that are going to be taking place, followed by the fox and the loyal puppy dog. Oh, we even have the messenger, or the rider rather. And bottom of the deck, ooh, we have the lucky four-leaf clover. This is great. This means all is well. All is well. All's going to be good. Financially, they're in a pickle. And they do feel like they got to be careful because they're always being watched by someone. They are loyal. Their heart is yours. Their heart is yours. Like, I don't know where their body belongs. I don't know what's been going on in your guys' situation as far as where they've been living physically or what's been where, but I know that their heart is yours and they're coming to you with the rider. So I see 2 ones, 1, 1, plus the Ace of Wands, which I think can count as a 1. They definitely are thinking about 2024 with you. What's that going to look like? The adorable dog. He's so cute. He says that in the Golden Revere, I represent loyalty and friendship. I am a perfectionist, but I'm also protective. You can trust me. You can support, I can support you, and you can rely on me. When there are some negative cards around me, which there's 2, make sure to take a closer look. I could be your counselor, your pet, or your best friend. The dog is a reliable and faithful friend who can be trusted. It says here, the dog is self-contained in this image. It is more than content. He is more than content in his role. He needs you to hold the lead. With a ball in the background, it's as if to say, you know what to do. It's a symbol of companionship. So we are looking at companionship and friendship tonight with whatever's on your person's mind. I think when it's combined with a rider, it's I'm your friend, you can trust me, and I'm coming towards you. I'm going to bring you some news, you know? I'm going to bring you some good information, and I think it's good. I do. We've got the 4-leaf clover and the rider. I think it's good information. The clover brings luck and happiness. The rider always brings news. Look around me to see what news I'm bringing. I'm fast and I'm always on the move. I want to say with the dog, the news is you can trust me. I'm your loyal companion and friend, and I'll always be here. I'll always be faithful and loyal to you. My heart is yours. Now, your person is also thinking about some financial matters tonight. How they don't have enough. They're always robbing Peter to pay Paul. There's definitely some financial concerns about their future. And their home situation is very uncomfortable and it's really hard to sleep. They feel like they can't trust people around them because the people around them may take advantage of them financially. So they're always looking over their shoulder. They're always watching their back. and they kind of have to sleep with one eye open, if you will. So one eye open. Let's get some new information. What does someone see as they're watching your person? What does somebody else who's watching them see as they're in deep thought? Look, 1111 at the top of the camera over there. 11 people, 11 likes. That's awesome. So there's a sign and a symbol. And we're about to hit 11 minutes. That's cool. So let's see what somebody else who's watching your person sees as they spy on them, look at them, watch them, observe them. We have the birds, followed by the bridges. I knew, guys, I knew that one was going to come up. I don't know why, but I swear to you, when I was shuffling, I'm like, okay, whatever somebody sees, they're going to see the bridge, because they're going to see this person mending a bridge with their other person. Like, I knew it. And then we have the mask. So the compass and the mask. Bottom of the deck is, wow, the contract, the letter, the paper. First of all, somebody is watching your person's text messages, kind of like a hawk. I think they have their login because the birds mean communication. And then we have the writer, we have the letter. This is all phone, texting, communication, proof, evidence of that communication. Whoever's watching them sees that they are connecting with you. They're also watching in what direction they go, I think through a GPS. This person that's watching them definitely has a GPS. It could be through their phone, it could be through their car, it could be some kind of another smart device. But they're watching. And an 1111 again. I think with the sneaky, sly fox markers, that your person knows how to get away from prying eyes. It's almost like, and I know this from experience, believe me, but when somebody feels like they're being watched from their vehicle, they will park their vehicle at, say, King Soopers or a Safeway or a Walmart, a major big store, maybe even a mall. And then they'll get in somebody else's car. And just to be extra safe, yeah, because some of these GPSs are not cameras. They're just a GPS. You could even do that if you share your location with another person on your cell phone. They can track you that way. And sometimes you don't know how to get that off. It's like once you've shared your location, they can check on it real quick. But this person is sneaky, and believe me, I know from experience, they can leave their car, leave their car in a parking lot and leave their phone in the glove box. And they'll just take their keys. So they'll communicate with somebody and say, meet me here. They'll communicate through a secret app, such as Discord or Signal or some other little small chat app, even Snapchat, even TikTok, anything. You can communicate with people through so many social apps now. who cares which one it's under? It's just message someone, even through Facebook Messenger, and boom, you're connected. And you can say, meet me here, meet me there, and it's all instant. It's all instant messaging. So this person looks like they instant message somebody, and they're like, yeah, meet me over here. I'll be in the parking lot. They pull up, let's go. They leave their phone and their car in the parking lot, and they go. So they think they're sneaky and sly, and they got away with being sneaky. Markers, it gets exhausting, I bet, to have a guilty conscience. You know, you would think so. You would think somebody would be tired of it and have a guilty conscience and not be okay with it. But I'll tell you what, Markers, I've met so many people that keep doing it for years, and it's like, doesn't even bother them. My friend, she's quite a distance away from me, but she would meet up with her man all the time, and he had a whole family, and he would still meet up, and he would sneak around just like that, meet me here, leave his stuff, leave his truck, and go off gallivanting around and go to a hotel, or they would go do stuff in the car, they would go out to eat, or they would go off and just enjoy themselves for the day. You know, sometimes they would just go buy time at the mall and shop around and have fun and go out to eat and stuff. So, you know, guilty conscience, I don't know. You think they would. But this sneaky fox has loyalty to somebody else in which they have to text and call. And look, we still have 1111 up there. It's a sign. So they're still over there connecting on the sly. So the person that's watching them, I think, is quite aware with the birds that they are connecting the dots, connecting with each other, coming together with the bridge. And they're looking at where they're going GPS. And they know that the person is wearing a mask, not being real, kind of pretending and being fake, if you will. The compass is supposed to help someone find their way. It's about directions, and I know for sure that is a GPS tracking. With the mask, it's about looking deep into someone's soul. For whose amusement do they play? So this person's watching your person saying, why are you playing games? Who are you trying to impress? What game are you playing? It's about the balance and the contradictions and opposites. It projects emotions or it hides them. When I land to your right, I bring light. But if I am to the left, I bring melancholy in sight. So it's to the right, so it brings light. All parts I play, the truth or disguise, I'm your creation. The mask card is about playing roles. Interesting. It says it may indicate a need to assume a different role. And this is a warning not to take someone at face value. There's deceptive news. This person is fake. If found together with the mice and the letter, this card could even mean identity theft. Wow. We do have the mice. We do have the letter. It's very possible that whoever's watching your person is pretending to be someone else via Facebook, Snapchat. They have some kind of fake account, which is classic to spy on someone. You know, a lot of women do it with their husbands. They'll take on the persona of some pretty young girl in the same town as everybody else and snatch some pictures and make friends with mutual friends that you know will automatically add. And then before you know it, the husband or wife could be, sees this person and says, oh, they're mutual friends with my friends and they're good looking. I'll add them. So as soon as they're added, boom, they're in the good. And they're watching. They're watching their person's secret moves. They're seeing if they're tagged in anything that they're unaware of. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So that's what a lot of people are doing in this day and age of social media, because there's so many avenues and you just want to catch somebody and you're not allowed in. You're not their friend, or you're not added in, or you're not included in a group chat or a tag. And sometimes, if you're in a relationship, you can completely exclude that person from seeing your posts or seeing your tags. So there's, a lot of people have to get creative and assume some kind of a fake identity to watch, if you will. That's pretty sad. If you can't trust somebody and you need to go to that extent, in my opinion, the relationship is over. If you are out stalking and looking and watching and trying to hunt information down, why be there? I mean, that's just my personal opinion, not as your reader or in the cards, but that's just me. I'm just saying that as a friend. Like, that's terrible. Why would you put yourself through that kind of crap? But anyways, this person is watching. And they know who is connecting to your person, like who's accepting the messaging. When the fox arrives in a reading, it's a red flag. There's something devious going on. Look around your circle. I might be planning your fall. My craftiness is my fame. Sneaky, sneaky is my game. Wow, so yeah, your person is a super sneak. He's a super sneak, super sneak. Could be a she. I'm just having a little fun here. It's hard to keep up with all you guys. When you get the bridges, it's near or far, wide or narrow, steep or straight. It doesn't matter, because wherever I'm from, I'm your connection. I'm your connection to people, places, and things. I am even measuring a point of time. Whatever that separates you, I can shorten the distance, and I can bring it together. All right. With the letter, it indicates a brief meeting. So I do think the person who's watching has seen this individual sneak away for a brief meeting. All right. I had a friend, and this was crazy. I think I've shared this with you guys before, but at the time she was a client, but now she's a friend. But she said I could share the story. I just keep the names secret. She met up with her man, and this was her baby's dad, and they were estranged for some years. He had begun seeing some other person, and she was heartbroken and confused at why he would do that to her, because they had a beautiful child together. And he always messaged her, texted her, saw her every day. They were at least in communication every day, and she just couldn't understand why he wanted to continue being around this other person. And, turned out he was confused. He didn't know what to do. He wasn't quite the man enough to step up and be a husband and a father to her and her child. But he wasn't man enough to leave either. He didn't want to leave her alone. He still wanted to be around her, be intimate with her, check up on their kid, be in their life. And she was just fed up because he had never been consistent in their life, like her child and everything. Anyways, they had a lot of meetings, a lot of late night meetings, and she was trying to repair the relationship. They would have big talks, like about the future and what they wanted and how they felt about each other and how they would feel about their separation and what they were going through and what they wanted. And, it was just about getting close and kind of healing old wounds. Well, speaking of watching. She had pulled up to a park and she said, I felt something very weird. I was driving by and I saw a white car with tinted windows at the top of a parking lot under a streetlight. And something struck her and it was like, this is weird. That car feels very off to me. It stood out to her. Something, red flags, threw her radar off. But she didn't listen to her intuition. She just dismissed it as nothing. So she continued to drive down and meet this person at the park. This person was looking very strange, looking over his shoulder, acting strange, paranoid, if you will. She was like, what's wrong with you? You're acting like you're being watched by the CIA. Why are you so paranoid? Is somebody driving by? Is somebody watching you? Like, what's going on? He was like, no, not. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know, and she just didn't believe it. She was like, no, I don't think anything is fine. And he was just looking around like he sensed also something was off and he was going to be caught. So he got out of his car, parked it, and he said, let's get in your car and let's drive up the street some more and we'll park up there. So he left his car in the background and they drove about, you know, I would say a quarter of a mile up the park, pretty far distance. And they got out of the car, and I guess from what she said, they were talking, hanging out, and kissing, and he was flirting with her, and it was at night, mind you, but he was complimenting her shirt and whatever she said was going on. And in the midst of him looking down her shirt, she said, flirting with her and laughing and tickling her, the white car drove by. And she said they both freaked out. She was not originally freaked out, but she said he freaked out. And he was like, oh my gosh. And he jumped back onto the street to look at the car driving by. And he was like, okay, I got to get back to my car. And she was like, who was that? What's going on? And he was like, it's her. It's the current girlfriend. And all the while he's like, it's not working out. I don't want to be with this person. Let's see what's going to go on with you and me. But he hadn't committed to that idea. Anyways, I guess long story short, my friend said he ended up looking for that girl. He got back in his car looking to see where she was driving around. They got into a fight. I think that girl ended up calling my friend, asking where she was, calling her blocked or something, or driving by her house because she knew where she lived. But it was a crazy night. It was just a crazy night. And that memory comes to mind with this reading. And that was some years back, and I shared that with you guys back then. But that's kind of the essence of what's going on here in this reading. The birds are like nosy chit-chat, gossip, rumors, assumptions, some proof, but not all the proof that there's rendezvous. That's a screwed up situation. Yeah, it is. I got to check up on that girl and see how she's doing. It's been a couple years since I talked to her. But that's kind of the essence here. Somebody is watching someone, just spying. Now, from what I recall from that story, the girl never confronted the other girl. She never met up with her or flat out had a conversation. And I think my client wanted to have a conversation. She was like, I want to have that conversation. I'm more than happy to tell this girl that we've been seeing each other for quite some time. But it never happened. And you know that sneaky, sly fox went back to the other girl, not my client. And he ended up going from not living with her just sleeping over and her sleeping over sometimes, to leaving that apartment and moving into a house with her. All the while still talking to my client, still in communication every day, still rendezvousing, still laughing, tickling, flirting, having fun, doing God knows what else, still playing games. Even though he had a child with that woman, he didn't commit to her. He committed to the other person. And he would not be faithful to the other person. And obviously, he wasn't faithful to the girl with the child. Yeah, I don't know what happened with them, guys. It's been a while. But let's go ahead and see more what's going in this situation. Because I'm telling you, whoever's spying on your person, they know that they are hooking up with you, meeting up and getting together with you, and that your person is playing a role and just being fake. I also want to say that the person doing the watching is playing a role and being fake. Let's get some more tea. Yes, I will do a singles. So here we have discovery. Information's about to come out. Refreshing information. Magic is in the air, hunty. Magic is working. We have an apology. I'm sorry. We have, I've been having dreams about you, and I see your true colors. Bottom of the deck, genuine love. Wow. Why am I doing a third party? I don't know why so many third party things have been coming up. Overall, the energy between these two people is your person wants to get out of that situation, make a promise to be a whole different person and go in a whole different direction. Your person doesn't want to be the same person that they've always been. They want to die to themselves and die to the past. The person that's watching them knows that this is going to destroy their home. This is going to end life as they know it, and they're going to have to move. They're going to have to leave that home and go somewhere else. The sun, it represents wisdom and knowledge and freedom, but also success. But what I'm hearing more than anything is day one, if you commit to this other person, you can get out immediately. You can go back to that person, pack your bags, and go and never come back. Look at the fine print. There will be a storm bubbling over, and everybody's going to hear about it. Everybody's going to know. So I think this person is using reputation as a threat. Because they know, they're like, you want to move? You want to move out of the house? Fine. Go ahead, go back to that person, go keep communicating, because you're going to have to move. You're going to have to move right away. And they're not so sure this person wants to move, ironically. What about this person with you? Sorry it came into a third party, but we got to see what's going on. So let's see your person in regards to you. Heavy cross to carry, a burden. They're afraid of the public shame and ridicule. They're afraid of judgment. You are coming in. The star, the puppy dog, the letter, the anchor. Wow, bottom line between you guys is death as well. This is a really difficult obstacle for your person to come and be with you. It's not easy. And they know that it's going to cost them their reputation. People are going to talk. But they know that ultimately that's what they want. They're taking a closer look and a second glance at you and them. They want to get clarity. They want to get a whole different perspective about you. They see you in a whole different light. This is about a reunion, public events. Public. This card means public. It's a public space. When you get the Mountain card, it's obviously a challenge, an obstacle, resistance. And it can mean delay. So your person knows that there is a delay. And they've got to take emotions off the plate and pay close attention. It's almost like they're afraid to be seen with you in public. I'm sorry, but that's kind of the expression that I'm getting here. With the cross, it's a bringer of grief, sadness and burdens and ordeals, pain and suffering, and guilt is the cross's area of expertise. I claim weeping, tears, and lamentations, prayers and supplications. When there are happy cards to the right, you shouldn't experience too much fright. And there is happy cards to the right, so not worried there. So, you know, your person is like, I'm afraid about the ridicule, the embarrassment, the backlash, and that's going to be a whole problem. But with this death card, I mean, this is it. The change must happen. It's going to happen. You know what? It's inevitable. I am the painful change and transition. You will feel me through your body and in your entire wallet. I am depression, loss, and bankruptcy. Those are my specialities. I am sickness and bed rest. I am all endings and sometimes death. I could even mean divorce. The coffin in the Revere deck harks back to the ancient Egyptian period, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty obvious. Here in the Revere, we see the world of the coffin in a sarcophagus, blah, blah, blah. That's obvious. The significance of this card can be the actual ending of something as you know it. And we already know the dog means loyalty and friendship. We already know the star is about destiny and direction and fate. The letter is a message of news. And the anchor is staying put. With stability and security, I bring peace of mind. You can reach your goal. The anchor is a traditional symbol of hope and faith and comes before death. The cross. The anchor is a traditional symbol of hope and comes before death and the cross. Okay, got it. The anchor offers stability. You are protected. Okay. So again, wow, what a crazy reading. I don't want to get like crazy into it with you guys, but this is someone that's definitely playing a role, wearing a mask, playing games. They're being watched. This person should already know the business. They should already know. For some reason, I just think it's a third party and I can't shake it. I can't shake it. Okay. Wow. Good luck with this person, guys, playing a role, playing both sides, playing you, playing the other person. I mean, no wonder this person feels codependent with you, that they need you. They want to communicate. They want to give their all to you. They better get off this freaking fakeness because they've been stubborn and flat out wrong. Let's just go ahead and see what is in the fate of the person that's watching them. What lies ahead for the person who's watching? What lies ahead for the person watching? We have the clock, so it's only a matter of time that they learn the knowledge that they need to learn, connect the dots, move on to more fish in the sea, a happier place, a newer outlook on life, a better opportunity. Birds, again, they're going to get that information, past, present, and future. They're going to learn what's been going on. They're going to learn about the other woman, and they're going to learn about what they really want in life for stability and security. And they're going to be enlightened, basically. This is not a punishment, but it feels like it. Just know that in the future, this watcher is going to see the truth. What are you going to see? What are you going to see? What's coming up in your future? So you have the man who plays the roles, the man who's wearing the mask, is going to be destined to follow their compass, be guided towards you in some way. Their compass, true north is pointing to you with the heart, the Lover's card, basically, and the cage and the key. They're yours. I mean, in the future for you, you're going to overcome the obstacle. Publicly, you're going to mend bridges. People are going to see you guys come together in a marriage or a union or a relationship because they do want to be with you. They want to give their all to you. They want to communicate to you. Looks like they're getting over having to play a role, being fake. Okay, so that's what's happening to the third party. That's what's happening to you. What's going to happen to your person? Well, they're going to heal their inner child. They're going to learn about their inner child, their family tree. They're going to clear out some junk that's been a karmic pattern in their family history, and they're going to try to clear it up. With the coffin here, they're going to die to their old self. They're no longer going to be who they were. They are going to wake up, essentially, out of the phases of the moon, out of illusion, and they're going to innocently seek a new life in the right direction. This is going to take some time, a couple phases of the moon. But the moon represents love and romance, psychic abilities, and it reaches across the sky to influence the waters. I am admired all around. I bring fame and I bring honor. Wow. Fame and honor. And when you get the key, fate, synchronicities. I love it. So yeah, your person's going to learn a lot. They're going to do the right thing. Anyways, that's what I see, guys. Thank you for watching the collective reading. They are fake. They're playing a role. They're wearing a mask. They're being watched. But eventually you saw the fate of everyone involved. People are going to learn. They're going to grow. And they're going to get what's part of their destiny. That's the whole shebang. Okay? I think everything's going to work out the way it needs to be in that reading. All right, so I did not want to forget Erin Miller. Merry Christmas. I really have a strong feeling I already did you, but I could be wrong. I went back for a few videos. It took about 20 minutes. I couldn't find your name. I figured you were not time-stamped. There was some late night readings that I did at like 3 in the morning where I did some personals, and I don't think you were time-stamped in there, but I do think I did your reading. However, since I can't find it, I'm going to go ahead and give you another one, okay? And I just want to thank you for your understanding. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you, Erin. So Erin, starting out here on your reading, we have you coming in as wanting to just walk away from something that you've been emotionally really, really involved in, and you're just giving up. You're tired. You're giving up on love. You're giving up on the hopes of something. You're giving up on someone altogether. You're just tired of the same old, same old. You want change. You're sick of this. With the Knight of Swords, I see that you're ready to have a new plan. You feel like you're being attacked for no reason. You don't understand why the sword is constantly drawn at you. You don't know what to do. You don't know what path to take. You're not even sure if you're making the right decision in leaving something behind. All you know is that your heart and your feelings are telling you, leave. And you're not even sure what you're doing. You're just trying to follow your instincts, your gut, and your heart. You are torn here, though. We've got another Two of Swords here, so there's just torn. It's a tug of war, mind over heart or heart over mind. You're welcome, Natural Mystic. I love you. The timing of all of this is a matter of weeks. The Knight of Wands. Which actually happens in January. And I feel like you are going to get a new beginning. January, the new year, is a big day for you. It's a big, important day, and it just marks a whole new outlook on life for you. And things that you couldn't see before, you're going to be able to see. You're going to be exploring spiritually a lot more than you have over the past few years. You're going to be learning so much more about yourself and the truth about the person you've been involved with. There's a lot of things that someone thought they could keep hidden away from you, very Scorpio, that they can't. And you're actually going to get some good news. Page of Cups. This person's going to come in with an open heart, with love in their heart and love on their mind. And this person is going to want to give you good news, that they love you and they want to work on this. And I feel like they want to work things out. Eight of Pentacles. I really do think this person wants to work things out with you. If you thought you guys were going to end up separated or have a divorce or something like that, I don't think that's going to happen. I think initially it starts out that way, but we're going to work on healing because there's been a lot of confusion and not a lot of healing. We're going to have to start going in the right direction because we've been going in the wrong one. Okay, so someone's going to come out of not talking to you, you not talking to them, a lot of distance, and now this person's going to want to come in and do the right thing and start really communicating in a good way with you. Opening up with you and just sharing more and more and really wanting to work on this with you and change the way they've been acting. They want to do the right thing. Here we have the Tree of Life. It's all in cycles. It's all destiny. And then the Labyrinth. No shortcuts. This is going to take some time. It's all part of destiny. Divine timing. Followed by the Man in Waiting. And the Compass. You know, ERIN, everything that's transpired between you and this person was already pre-written, pre-seen, and pre-everything. This was a beautiful love story written in the stars. Sometimes love stories can be crazy, and there's a lot of unhappiness in some love stories, and a lot of us can get frustrated at them and think this is the most ridiculous love story I've ever seen, and then you see this beautiful, magnificent ending, and you're like, wow, never mind, that was the best love story I've ever seen. We can change our mind pretty quickly. I do feel, ERIN Miller, you're going to change your mind, or this person is going to change their mind by January. What else could this mean? Who can I serve today? Interesting. So there are always multiple ways to look at the situation. The first reaction is usually rooted in fear and your limiting beliefs. So the first thing you want to do whenever you have a knee-jerk reaction, that's wrong. This Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords, I don't know what I'm doing, Two of Wands, that's out of fear. That's a knee-jerk reaction because of hurt, because of past experiences, because of pain. So it says that's wrong. It's rooted in fear and your limiting belief that this could actually work out or that it's fated. When you look at the decision and the situation, today by stepping outside of your triggers and ask yourself, what else could this mean? Then you see the brighter picture, that you're working on yourself and they're working on themselves and they really do want to be with you. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Seriously, Erin, is there a pattern? Maybe walk in the other person's shoes for a little while to see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? Have you guys ever had a day where you had big plans and you're like, oh my God, I have to call the bank. I have to go here. I have to go there. I need to get this laundry done. I must accomplish this, blase, blase. And then your alarm clock doesn't go off. You wake up late. Now half the day's gone. Then you're rushing to just get the basics done. Feeding yourself, feeding others, getting dressed, showing up at work, or doing just the basics, right? And then once the basics are done, you feel exhausted. And you sit down to take a break, and you're like, why am I tired? I slept all day. And then you get up from the basics and the rest to do more basics, cleaning up the mess you just made cooking, or putting that load of laundry in. But then you realize you never made the phone call that you needed to make. You never showed up to the bank you needed to go to, or you never did the thing that you needed to do. And now it's getting dark. Business hours are over. People are winding down for the day. The day is gone. You're feeling even more tired and disappointed in yourself. So you just throw in the towel and you grab maybe a beer or a glass of wine, or you go to bed early, or you just give up on that day. Sometimes, I don't know where I heard this, but it was some funny movie. And it was like, some days are absolute SH, you know what? You know what you do? You go back to bed and you try again tomorrow. I think it was that I Don't Give an F guru. He wrote a book like, the Art of Not Giving an F. I think he wrote that book. And he had some funny videos. I think he was the one that said it. And he was like, some days are absolute SH, you know what? On those days, there's nothing you can do about it. The day is SH, you know what? It's just dog water. It's trash. It's crap. It's ruined. It's a really bad day. And there's nothing you can do about it. Just go back to bed and try again tomorrow. I don't know. It was something to that effect. And really what I'm hearing, Erin, in your reading is this may not just be a day. It may be a year. It may be years of crap, but maybe it is just a day. But the message is sometimes we get up out of bed or we have a terrible moment. We have a terrible week, a terrible year, a terrible time. And we want to just give up, but that's not, the answer. It's just a bad day or it's just a bad week. It doesn't mean you have a bad life. It doesn't mean everything is ruined. No, it just means today's ruined, and that's okay. We have bad days. We have bad weeks. We can have bad months. We can have a bad year. It doesn't mean our life is crap. It means get up out of bed tomorrow and work on it again. Consistency is key. So, Erin, you have to work at this, and this is a work in progress, Erin. You're a work in progress. Erin, your person that you're dealing with is a work in progress. This is still worth waiting for. This is still worth having. Even if something comes in late, it's worth waiting for. And Erin, there is somebody there for you. And they may be a work in progress, but they're in the making. And it's worth the wait. Life has something beautiful in store for you. There is something wonderful and worth living for and worth having, worth fighting for. There is no shortcuts. Some people may look like they have it easy. Life's handed to them on a freaking silver platter, guys. I get it. I know how it is, Erin. 59 minutes, 59 seconds. God, I look at people sometimes, I'm like, God, they just have it so easy. God, they have good genetics. They have a good family. They have a good 2 feet to stand on. Life just seems swimmingly for them. You know, they're already getting off on a good foot. Of course they're succeeding. Of course they're getting into success. They've had a lot of opportunity, and it doesn't seem fair to some people that are feeling like they're starting off on 2 left feet and a pile of crap. And remember, don't compare yourself to these people. Don't even look. If somebody, your neighbor, your friend is doing better than you, don't look. Don't put yourself through that kind of misery. They have a different life than you, and you're doing great, and you're doing the best you can with what you've got, and you're a good person, and you're worthy of good things. And of course, the universe has something good in store for you. You are a lot more interesting than someone that just has it handed to them. The work and the maze that you have to go through to get to where you want to be is so much more interesting and worthwhile. And the relationships that seem laid out and easy, you don't want those relationships. They don't have any flavor. They don't have any seasoning. I made a stew today, guys. You know how long it freaking took? It took like freaking probably 5 hours for a pot of soup. A pot of soup. I didn't watch it the entire 5 hours, but from start to finish, it took a long time. And it was worth the wait. If I would have rushed my stew to be done in an hour as some of the recipes suggested, they're like, oh yeah, you can get this soup done in an hour. It wouldn't have been as good. And I could have followed instructions and it maybe would have been pretty good still. I'm sure it still would have been good, but it wouldn't have been so tender that the meat just falls off the bone with a spoon. The sauce, the gravy wouldn't have been the right amount of texture, and all these seasonings and ingredients wouldn't have been married together the way they were when we finally ate. The carrots, the celery wouldn't have been just the right amount of tender. And I'm so glad that I let the meat and the gravy and all that just do what it did. And I served it over mashed potatoes instead of potatoes in the stew, like the recipe called for. Because in my opinion, it tasted so much better on a fluffy bed of mashed potatoes. Yes, that's what we had for dinner, guys. But, Erin, that's the truth. Sometimes you improvise. Sometimes you go against the grain and you go against what's been laid out, what other people do, what's instructed, what is out there in the recipe. You know, what is the recipe for love and success? Sometimes we have to venture out and get our own seasonings, go do our own thing, and make it great. So, I don't know, but this, you know, your flavoring requires some time, some effort, and some work. It's not going to look like everybody else's, but what is coming for you is a new beginning in love, a new happy beginning in work. Good things are headed your direction. This is a good sign. Keep being consistent. Keep working at it. Keep your head up high. Don't get confused because you're comparing. Don't compare yourself. Don't get impatient. Don't make a decision based on fear. Remember, your first decision, your knee-jerk reaction to things is fear-based. Stick it out because the good things are worth waiting for, and there's a lot of good coming towards you. And I'm telling you, in January, there's some new beginnings I feel with the Sagittarius. You're going to have a new beginning with a Sag. There's some kind of Sagittarian fresh new start. You're going to be surprised where this leads you. That's what I feel. Let's get an oracle for you, Erin. We'll get 2 of them. Thank you for your patience and understanding. And of course, it's not personal, girl. I never mean to miss anyone. If I've ever missed anyone, it was an honest mistake. An honest mistake. And if the honest mistake has happened more than once, all I can say is fate has stepped in. Destiny, the universe, there's some rhyme to reason about why, because certainly it's never on purpose, ever. And we just have to trust. We really do have to trust there's something going on greater than us. So plus it's Mercury retrograde. So you mix that in with a bunch of bananas and what do we get? You know, some freaking banana pudding, some craziness. But Erin, no, never would I miss anyone on purpose, specifically to seek them out like that. Never. Anyways, let's get your oracle. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me for Erin Miller. Guide and direct me for Erin. Okay. You got 3. Friendship, Erin. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Also, Erin, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but your emotions can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order for you to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. And sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Last but not least, bottom of the deck, Erin, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. All right, Erin. Well, I do believe your person is going to be working on things with you. And I do believe whatever you're going through, it's being worked on. It's a work in progress, and it takes time. And don't be too critical of yourself. You're a work in progress too. We're all growing. There's more work to be done. Let's do it with a smile. Thank you for watching me, Erin. I love you so much, and I deeply apologize. If you ever need anything else, any other bonus questions, anything, just let me know. I'd be happy to answer them for you, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for watching me. And thank you guys for hanging in there and continuing to watch me. I love you. You guys are wonderful. Bye, Natural Mystic. Bye, Leo Queen. And TQ, yes, we're definitely going to do a singles reading. That should be definitely coming up for the new year. We're going to do that one. And Chloe, I love you. Thank you for being here. Markers, you're always a blessing to have in every reading. I just love you so much, Markers. Thank you for sticking it out with me so long in all these videos. You're a true angel. I appreciate you. And TQ, yep, Mariah Carey, love takes time. That's right. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams and good night.